how to take apart and put back together a Numatic Henry Airo Brush. Now I've covered this before on a similar video, which is what to do when your Airo Brush stops spinning. You can find this video here, but it's become apparent that the putting back together part of that video wasn't that great. Well, I thought it was great. I also don't like how close the camera was to my face, but that's another thing. So today I'm taking it back to basics. We're doing a real-time take apart and put back together video. If you're a fan of boring stuff, this is going to be right up your street. So let's crack on with it. There's just 4 screws to undo on the underside of the floor tool, and just so you don't die of boredom while watching this, we're going to have a bit of a game, bit of fun. Name songs in the comments that contain the words either spin or spinning or roll or rolling. Obviously, because the brush spins and rolls on this floor tool. Oh yes, nearly forgot. If you're trying to just access the fan on your floor tool, you can do it by lifting this flap here. There's 2 tabs that you just squeeze. Then you can get into your fan. It's always worth knowing. So yeah, get your songs in the comments. It also does help the video be kept alive by people commenting on it. So yeah, all good fun. Once you've done all the screws, we're just going to turn it over. And then the top cover lifts from the back nice and easy. Nothing to be forced there, just lifts off dead easy. And then the brush is inside with an end cap on each end, driven by a belt, which goes to this metal spindle. And then that's got the fan on. The fan is driven by the suction on your vacuum, which then obviously drives the belt. So if you take everything all apart and have it scattered all over the floor in a big mess, here's what it looks like. We're going to put it all back together again now. So the stem, that just rests here like this. Don't be too concerned about that for now. And then we're going to put the end caps onto the end of the brush bar. Incidentally, these parts can be put back together in any particular order. It doesn't really matter. I'm just doing this random order just to show you. The end caps fit in, so they're pointing towards the back, and then they just press down, they fit into a nice little slot. You'll see what I mean. And then we're going to put the belt on the other end. I'm not too worried about what position this is in for now. Now the important bit on this part is the rubber washer. It needs to sit in the little semicircle part like this, so it all spins freely. Likewise at the other end, you put the belt on and the rubber washer sits in place like this. So that now all should spin freely. You might want to just check this before you go to put the cover on top again. To refit the cover, we're just putting it on, it just presses down, and then we need to turn it back over obviously and put the 4 screws back where we got them from. How are we getting on with those songs, people? If you've got this far, you must have thought of a song by now. Please put it in the comments. It's all just a bit of fun, and the comments actually do help keep the video alive, so that in turn will help people in the future if they wanted to take their floor tool apart and obviously put it back together again. It means more people see the video well into the future, instead of it dying after just a week or so like some videos do. I do have lots of other help videos on my channel too. So if you've got a Henry, if ever your suction's poor, if it stops working totally ever, there's always a video for anything Henry related on my channel. I do try and cover everything, as proven by this video. So now it's all back together, it's finally done. Looking fantastic and ready to use again. Please subscribe to my channel for more Henry help videos. I'm just going to throw up one now, which is if your suction is poor.